Everyone, welcome to part 141 of me answering your Percy Jackson questions. If you haven't seen the series before, check the description of this video. It tells you everything you know about the series, about how you can ask me questions, about how I'm going to answer those questions. All that stuff is in the description if you're interested. But I got to get started on today's comment because this is a very long comment. All right, question number 1. What would you rather, Nico plus Percy, Raina plus Octavian, or Annabeth plus Luke? Honestly, you know what? I kind of want to see Raina plus Octavian. I think that'd be pretty funny. Raina would clearly be the dominant person in that relationship, and it would be amazing. All right, question number 2. How old were you when you started reading Percy Jackson? Guys, I've talked about this many times. I started reading Percy Jackson after The Lost Hero came out, but before The Son of Neptune came out. So I think that was either late 2010 or early 2011. So I was 11. I was probably 11. I was probably 11 years old. All right, question number 3. What's the best moment in any of the first 5 books? I gotta go with the underwater kiss in The Last Olympian between Percy and Annabeth. Just amazing. Like, that is an all-time scene. If we get the TV show adapted to 5 seasons and they have the underwater kiss, that would be the most iconic thing in the whole show, probably. All right, question number 4. Who's your fave ship? Guys, I've said this many times. It's Percabeth. How could you not say Percabeth? That is my favorite ship. It always will be. It always has been. Yes. All right, question number 5. What's your least favorite series, not including Son of the Star? PJO, HOO, EXP. I think this person meant PJO, HOO, ETC. I'm very glad you said not including the Son of the Star, because that is most definitely not my favorite, and also it's not even a series yet. But my least favorite series is the Magnus Chase series. It's just not. It's like, I truly had trouble getting through those books when I reread them last year. It was very tough. Those books have almost no redeeming qualities. If Rick Riordan writes good books, I will praise him for it. If he writes bad books, I'm not going to still say the books are good. I'm not people who just praise him for everything. The books aren't that good. So yeah, Magnus Chase, that's easily my least favorite. All right, question number 6. If Leo and Calypso had kids, what would they be? Because Leo is a half-blood and Calypso is basically a Titan. I think I've answered this before. The kid would just be half human, or the kid would be 25% human. I don't even know if Calypso is half human. So the kid would be half of what Leo is and half of what Calypso is. The kid might have some powers, probably reduced versions of powers, but I just got some on my eye. What the heck? I think an eyelash just fell on my eye. Oh my gosh. But yeah, their kid hopefully would have a little bit of powers. That's the theory. And finally, number 7, bear with me on this one because it's really long. Could you imagine Nico knowing about the Egyptian gods? Like, for example, Sadie was missing Anubis, so she goes to the grave just to feel his vibe and sees Nico, which is basically his twin at this point, and Sadie starts talking to him and basically slips up the whole Egyptian thing, and Nico, being the trickster he is, played along and got so much info. Like, tell me you can't see that happening. Yeah, guys, I'll be honest. When I think of Nico and when I think of Anubis, they kind of look the same in my mind when I think about them. That'd be pretty funny if Nico was standing somewhere and Sadie came up to him and thought he was Anubis, and then they just start talking like that. But yeah, that answers all of today's questions. Go ahead and get in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about my answers. If you have any different answers for any of those questions, let me know those as well. And I'll see you tomorrow for part 142 of me answering your Percy Jackson questions.